looking at our pod real quick.
Taking a look at her?
Yeah. Taking a look at our Insty.
Well, welcome back, Gameaholics. We are back after a few week hiatus with a kind of fun podcast, talking all about the Mario Party series. So, I guess a little bit of background behind that. I've always been a huge Mario Party guy. Personally, love it. Ever since I've been a kid, some of my fondest memories are Mario Parties 1, 2, and 3 on Nintendo 64. Leaving the house leaving really mad because everybody it's just awful. Tried playing the newer games, not really for me. We'll get all into that, but Mario Party All-Stars has come out, and it's amazing.
Banger.
So it's like so good in terms of like what they're doing. And I think that like being able to bring back maps from 1, 2, and 3 and a very similar play style to 1, 2, and 3 really added to how the game works. Any comments on that?
Yeah, totally.
I just want to see. I'm like, is it? Okay, it is Superstars. I was like, is it All Stars or Superstars? But it's Superstars.
Yeah.
That was where I got mixed up because I called it All Stars just now.
Yeah,
So that's why I was just like, is it actually same thing?
Yeah,
right? Superstar and All Star, same thing.
It's just I don't think we won't rate this one.
God, well, I mean, there's no freaking story.
No, you can't really rate the character development. You can't rate like I guess map layout's kind of but like all time, but it's not like open world.
I wouldn't even classify that as like bad. I mean, yeah, you're right. Like, there's no point rating kind of what we're going into here. So,
No.
I think this will be more just like I said, a fun podcast, just us kind of chatting and just like. So Colin and I played over the weekend. We didn't end up live streaming it. We brought one of my friends in. It was super super fun, except for everybody but me.
I thought you ended up winning. Oh, the compy won.
Because I got
Yeah.
stole. So
Yeah.
This weekend we sit down and we play Mario Party All-Stars. We jump into, I believe it was Woody Woods we did.
Yes.
And I'm a pro at these old games. So one of the big things, I mean, I'm always getting stars, buying items, winning mini games. Like, I'm a machine going through this game. It comes to a point with maybe we're doing a 35 turner. We always do a very long Mario Party, which I mean it gives you that chance to strategize and plan long term. Which, talking about a kid's game, you're kind of like, strategy's not a real thing in Mario Party. That doesn't really happen. It's like it actually does though, especially in this game. Like, strategy and planning are like huge, especially when you get to the last like 10 turns.
Yeah, no, and like you have to, because like you gotta start like looking. I guess the way we play, we don't look like we can't like look at the whole map because it's cheating.
Yeah.
But when you see, hey, like one guy's got one more star than me, and there's like 5 turns left, you're kind of aiming to hit that boo or something to try and like steal a star or chance.
Get a magic lamp, which is not a magic lamp anymore, which I'm so sad about because there's nothing better than Mushroom Kadabra, and then the Mushroom Genie comes in and you go, and now it's the gold pipe.
Yeah.
But Chance. So Chance is the name of the game when it comes to how I got screwed over playing Mario Party Superstars this weekend.
Yeah.
So I love the Chance Square, even if I'm leading by a long shot, which I was.
You were.
And I love the Chance Square because it's just somebody's most likely getting fucked over.
Totally, and it would end up being you.
So Colin lands on the Chance Square, and I'm ecstatic.
Yeah.
But you get the deadliest swap option that there is.
Was it like 5? 5
No,
stars?
it was just straight up swap your stars and coins. All, like, just a straight up swap, which is, like, insane. And at this point, I had 6 or 7 stars, I think.
You had 7, because the compy that was dead last of the time had...
1,
yeah. And like 70 coins or something like that.
So it landed on me giving all of my stuff to this computer. And boy, I was mad.
Yeah.
I was furious.
I think the computer ended up winning with like 11.
Yeah, the computer crushed it. And I, like... But I mean... You knew. I mean, as soon as that happened and there was like 7 turns left, I was like, I'm done.
Yeah. Like the only thing you tried to do in the last 7 turns was to get back to a chance and hope you could get it back, kind of.
Can we talk about the fact that computer actually blocked me from doing that on purpose?
Yeah. It was a great move by the AI.
It was... The AI is... It's vindictive, which I think we talked about. Like, it looks for revenge. If you screw this AI over, it's coming for you.
Yeah, and like it's always fun to screw the compy over because you know it's gonna try and take you out. So it kind of gives you an instant rival in a sense, where you're like, I hate this guy, and I'm gonna make it like hell for him the whole time.
Yeah, and like it like so it'll use items against you, even if you like attack it once or like steal a star or whatever. So one of the things that we did in the new game to really cut down on the toxicity, because like in the old games we would still play them. So me and a couple of my friends, what we would do is we would like set it up an N64 in like Mike's basement.
Yeah.
And we would all go in and we would play this game on N64, and like it would get bad just in terms of everybody would be mad at each other at the end. People would kind of just be like walking out the door. Like there would really not be a lot of like everybody would be mad. Like I remember one time Mike's girlfriend got like just screwed over, and she was just like, I'm going home, and she just left because it was just like absolute chaos between it. And that was like, you don't really understand that when you first play Mario Party, because I have, you know, for my Nintendo, Mario Party 2 and 3, I think, for my 64, and like I could not, well, as a kid it was just like fun and games, and you didn't really understand, I think, all the mechanics behind these board games. But like I think that's the case with a lot of games. Like you look at like Monopoly, which is like one of the most adult board games I think there is, in terms of like building houses, hotels, mortgage, all this kind of stuff. And like as a kid you're just kind of playing just to collect those cards and have fun, right? So like going back to this game with like an adult mind to do the strategy, completely different experience.
Plus I hated Monopoly, so can't relate.
But I'm saying it's like you get that kid side of things, then when you go back and play against a bunch of adults, you get like the adult side of things.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, especially if you're ultra competitive. Like it's a very competitive game. Like you have to do mini games. You have to team up sometimes with your enemy. Like it makes it a very, like, as you said, toxic like environment sometimes. I remember going, same thing. Like when I go home, we still play the old Mario Party on the 64. So my buddy has it, and when we play, I remember the one time, it was like the last turn, and one of my buddies had a chance to basically win the game or screw over like the first place dude at the time, or second place dude at the time, and he was so angry at the second place dude, he just took his star and let the other guy win. And because of that, the guy that was in second basically was like, fuck you, and left. Just got up and left. He's like, don't and he's like, don't talk to me for like 2 weeks.
Let me cool off.
Yeah, like legit. Yeah. Like he still brings it up. He's like, fuck you, man, you stole my star. Like he'll still say that all the time to him.
It's like I said, those games are like, but I mean, the nice thing is I don't think they ruin friendships. Like I think that like everybody gets along at the end, and it's kind of like,
yeah, like they still talk, but like
exactly.
But he'll still bring it up in like bitterness, like sometimes, like when we're like talking on the couch or watching football on Sundays,
for sure.
He'll like, dude, fuck you, like you actually stole my star. Like,
don't
talk to me.
I mean, like I said, we have all that kind of stuff too, and it's just like, you know, again, playing it as a kid, playing with my brother, playing with like whoever I was playing with back then, it wasn't like that, obviously. And then, I don't know, did you ever get into like the newer Mario Party games? Like Mario Party like 7, 8, 10?
I played a couple on the GameCube.
Okay.
But like for the most part, no. And it's because like a lot of I did play the one before Superstars.
Okay.
And it was okay.
I feel like that's like 12 or something.
Yeah, and it was like very small maps. Like you get a lot of stars. Like, I remember the guy had like 20 stars, something like crazy, because like it's like really small maps, so you're always kind of running into the star.
And I think what they've done to Mario Party is butcher it, because I think that they've completely removed all the strategy from it. Like, there was one that we played for Wii, because we were like, oh man, like, we love playing, let's try some new ones. And the Wii one is just one linear path. When you get to the star, it moves you back. And then you just keep doing the linear path, and the star doesn't move.
Yeah, I played one of those.
Like, it's just awful. Like, that makes things just, like, not fun.
I think they butchered it, but I also think they were, like, trying to be different. They're like, oh, this is what we're used to doing, let's try and make it, like, something else. Kind of like how I think they did that to other games, too. Like, they kind of, like, played around and tinkered with, like, Mario Kart, and it didn't work really, and they kind of went back to basics. I think there's a couple Mario Karts that are really bad.
But the thing is, all the new, like, numbered Mario Parties are, like, not, like they're still like that. They haven't gone, like, the only reason they did this is just a remaster. Really, like, they just took the 5 maps, remastered them, and put them back in with the same items and everything.
But they did add like different mini games, I thought too.
No,
like new ones.
No, so they include mini games from the new games.
Yeah.
Basically, they have all like 100 and something mini games that they've like selected from like all eras of the games, like, and it actually says which Mario Party it's from. But like, I mean, the actual game style, the actual like open world large board game map is something that like they haven't really come back to, which like makes me sad.
Yeah.
Because like that's we're. I'm sorry, I think we're the audience. Like, you know, Breath of the Wild was. When we talk just Nintendo in general, Breath of the Wild was made for people our age. It's a complex game. Like, if you're playing it as, like, a young kid, like, I feel like you're going to struggle a bit. Because, like, the durability, like you don't really told where to go. All that kind of stuff. Like, it's not, like, a easy game. Again, the original Link wasn't either. The original Legend of Zelda. It was hard. But it wasn't this hard, I find. Because we introduced the durability and the, like, I think there's crafting and stuff.
Yeah, they did.
Right?
Like, yeah. And even like, the old one from, like, the 80s. Like, I remember playing that as a kid, and, like, navigating the map was, like, a challenge.
Insane.
Yeah.
Like I said, I just think that it's changed a lot. And I wish that they would kind of, like, keep it towards like an adult audience, like just in the way of like keeping that strategy there, but also maybe utilizing what the kids like in like the other Mario Party games. Saying that though, like I said, I've had like Mario Party 1, 2, and 3 could potentially probably be some of my favorite games, period, I think, with friends.
Oh yeah, for playing with friends, for sure. It's like, right there. I don't think there's a lot of stuff that can actually like compete with it. And I think if you look at probably the top 100 games of all time, I'm sure Mario Party, like the Mario Party series is probably in the top 20 for sure, just because of that camaraderie.
That's very fair. I would actually agree with that. Like, I think it's interesting because you also have games like, you know, you think about games like Jackbox, for example, party game, right? Yeah. Like, it's where everybody can get together and like fool around. But like, Mario Party just has this way of pitting everybody against one another.
Yeah.
Like, in a way where like you actually get fired up.
Yeah.
And that's something that obviously Jackbox and stuff doesn't really have, because it's more like, oh, ha, 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 right? Like party game, oh, whatever, right? So like Mario Party just had this, and again, it's because I think of the fact that like Jackbox games, a lot of these like co-op or like party games, they end in like 10 minutes. They're short bursts, which is fine, especially considering like not everybody wants to sit down, and like a 35-turn Mario Party I think is like 90 minutes to 2 hours. For
sure, and even like you got to factor in the fact that a lot of people playing it that are younger don't have the attention span for that.
Mm-hmm. Agreed. Plus, you're right. Like if it's like a quote unquote party game, like I'm sure there's other stuff going on, and oftentimes there's more than 4 people.
I would say another party game that Nintendo really like nailed out of the park was Super Smash Bros.
For sure.
And Mario Kart, because like all those games are like you're pitting yourself against each other the whole time. Whether it's not a map style,
and it's not
like,
really. And I would argue,
but you can do a whole grand tour on the Mario Kart and like go a whole like 5 or 6 games and try to get first. And then Super Smash Bros. You can do tournaments with your friends, which I've done. Like 10 of us in a room, and it's nuts.
Yeah, but it's not. But hear me out. It's not really, I find, the same level of strategy.
No, for sure.
As you are when you're playing in a Mario Party game.
No, for sure, yeah.
And like I said, that's where Mario Party kind of skates that line between video game and board game in a way where it's like, you think about, like I said, Monopoly, or you think about games where it's like, it's heavy strategy. It's heavy, like, sure, I can go do this, but like, let's think about what everybody else can do. And like that's what I love about it. One of my favorite things that they've done in Mario Party is included the bonus stars in there. And like those, I love those because those have a chance of completely changing the game.
Yeah.
One of the things that I really enjoy about those is, so in Mario Party 1, 2, and 3, it was the same bonus stars every time no matter what. And it was always the minigame winning star, the coin star, and the happening space. So those are like kind of just, again, that was very easy because then you could target one of those, right?
Yeah.
Like you could say, I'm just going to hoard my coins now because I need to be the coin star person.
Yeah.
What Mario Party Superstar does so well is they randomly choose 2. And those 2 stars can be sort of any of the things. It could be, you know, I moved the least, I moved the most, I used the most items, I bought the most items, I had the most coins, I won the most mini games, I blah 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 blah. So there's so many different options in terms of what those bonus stars can be, and it makes it a little more fair.
Yeah.
And I think that was a really good quality of life change. Now, we were talking to Mike, and I don't know if you were there for that, but we were talking about when they're going to bring more maps in.
I was there. I don't recall it. Are they doing it?
Everything that I've read online says they're not, which I think is kind of garbage, because it's just like 5 maps, not enough.
Yeah, you
right?
could add a lot more.
And not to mention, it was like a full price $90 game. And like, you know, some of the maps, don't get me wrong, like Horrorland, one of my favorite Mario Party maps, period.
Yeah.
Woody Woods is an absolute classic. I know we were talking and we were saying that like the cowboy one would be so much fun to have.
Yeah.
Like the cowboy one just slaps, honestly.
Yeah.
And those ones would be like again, those are just ones that I look at and I'm just like, okay, this would be such a good addition to have like in the game. Mm-hmm. You know what? I would pay. Like if they said
like DLC.
Oh yeah, if they said not even if they were just like it's $10 and you get 5 more maps. It's $20. I would probably pay $20 for 5 more maps.
Yeah.
Like
I'm sure a lot of people would.
And here's the beauty of it. I don't think you need to do much to do that.
No.
You modernize the map, you plug it in, and it's good to go. And they would make a ton of money doing more from 2 and 3 and 1. I mean, a lot of maps actually, a lot of the maps in 1 don't suck. I hate the birthday cake map. I know you've probably played that one before.
Yep.
No, that one sucks to me.
Yeah.
One of my favorite things that they did in this one is like when you like start the map, it shows a picture of what it looked like in the original game.
Yeah, I love it too.
And so you're just like, and then you see what it looks like now, and you're just like, oh my god, like this is like
game changing.
Yeah, and it's all new. The other thing that was really ahead of its time, I find, is the environmental triggers that can happen in the game. Like, even having day and night in Horrorland, and like different things can come up and happen between day and night.
Yeah.
Is like absolutely amazing.
For example, even like last night or like last week we were playing in Woody Woods where like they like just like the gopher comes up and smacks the sign, so you have to go that way now, and you switch every turn it happens. So like,
or if you land on the exclamation mark,
yeah, you can switch it back.
Yeah.
And that's a big trigger because, like, say, like a star's there, and also the last thing you know, it's like, oh, I can't get that star now.
Well,
I have to strategize and hope I hit a 1 or something.
So remember, that's how Wario at the end got me.
Yeah.
Because I had everything lined up, I was ready to go, and then he purposely like lands on the space that like changes the spot or something like that. Like he actually picked like the trigger. Do you mind shutting the door?
Yeah.
He absolutely like finds the trigger, and you're just like, are you joking me? Like. As if he's so vindictive that he could do so many different things on his turn, and the one thing that this guy does on his turn is that.
Yeah, and honestly, like, it's
just because there's
also I want to say the AI is kind of dumb almost in the same way too, because like the AI would do things like that, which is smart, but the AI would also be like, oh, the star's like 2 spaces away. Let me jump on the tree and pick not even like there's a block that'll drop and say that you can get more, you can roll again.
Yeah.
Or a coin block, and you get the coin block every time. It's like, dude, like, what are you doing? Like, pick the block and get the star. You have way more. You have so many coins. Like for example, at the end of the game, he had 1 star and like 70 coins, and he kept just like picking the coin block. And it's like, dude, you could have like 4 stars.
And that's the thing that to me just also doesn't really like add up. Is like you said, he does really bonehead moves a lot of the time.
Yeah.
And then he does these things that I wouldn't even think about.
Yeah.
Right? Like, how does he know that I was going to go for a chance to try to win that back? How does he know?
Unless it's like a code where it says like, oh, it's 10 spots. So he says this thing needs it. Like, maybe it like triggers it. But also...
It's also nuts that
it goes dumb, but then when you attack it, it turns into this like crazy AI where it's like, I'm going to literally target this thing. Which I love. So they just code it in. Somehow.
It's just like, oh, you used a poison mushroom on me and I'm nowhere near the star. You're just trying to do this to be vindictive. Okay, thank you.
I think they code it in so like there's like certain like variables that play into like certain like parts of the game where like for example that'd be a play where it's like this thing's I think the AI can kind of cheat in a sense where it knows where we are on the map and like how many spaces we are to like certain things. It can kind of like play into different variables on how that matters. I think it's probably super advanced if you think about it.
But don't you think there's any chance that it like leaves logic behind and just triggers you when it should be attacking somebody else though?
Sometimes. I think it varies. Again, I think there's certain things that like I think they've coded it so like if you attack it and like yeah, it could attack you if you had a lot more stars, but I already attacked it, so it's like
yeah.
I'm gonna attack you because it's playing as a real life person where it would attack me most likely. It would just say screw Luke, I'm coming for Colin because I literally chose Colin.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it just plays into things like that where like I think it's so advanced compared to what we actually think. And I think actually like it's dumb, but at the same time it's smart. And I think it's just like it flips the coin every time.
Yeah, I think that yeah, and like you get to pick. Could you imagine putting that guy? So we had him on medium, and there's easy, medium, hard, and expert. Could you imagine throwing that guy on expert?
Have you tried?
So there's this. So actually, there's like a mini game place that you can go there and just play any of the mini games that you want.
Oh, we've done yeah.
But there's a couple mini games that are like not like don't appear in the game, and one of them is beach volleyball. It's the most fun I've ever had. It's the most fun I've ever had.
Yeah, it's a great game. You and I played it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, did we?
Yeah,
oh
we did.
right. So Mike and I got really good at it, so we decided to put the two guys on master. We had no chance. They folded us. Like it was insane.
Did you guys try again?
We tried like 4 times.
While he's here?
No, not when he was here. Like
over.
but like over yeah.
Yeah.
And we were just like, how are these guys so good? So I couldn't imagine the strategy behind a master character. I think maybe it would be fun one day to just plug in a master character and just see what it's like. But like it would like it's really frustrating, and I think we all know this, when you do a 35 turn like 90-minute 2-hour game, and after like half the time you just know you pretty much have no chance of catching up, and like you're just like this is a 2-hour game and I have no chance of winning, and it's just frustration. So I think for us, if we include that guy in there and he's just cleaning up, it's just not going to be fun.
I think the only thing he cleans up though on is literally just like the mini games, right? I mean, it plays a factor, but
I
like
think there's also
I don't think the game's gonna be like, oh, he's on master, so he's gonna roll like a 10 every time.
No, not that. I would agree that that's still random, but I think that like the strategy's probably there though.
Oh yeah, and like you probably go to like items and pick up certain items that he needs and like.
Oh yeah,
I
don't think that has anything to do with like, I think it's still random rolls. Like I'm not saying that he's gonna get like 10s, 9s, 8s, whatever he needs. Like I think that stays random, because otherwise that would just be cheating, literally.
Yeah.
Like everybody has to have that randomness in it.
I think it'd be fun though too, because I think either like when you go 2v2 games and you're with him, you're like, I'm for sure winning this, or if say he was just dominating, I'd be like kind of like, fuck this guy, I'm gonna try and throw the game and let you guys win, just to see what happens if I throw it with this guy.
Yeah, and like but that's the other thing, is like you'd be holding the team down at that point too, right? Like because like he'd be like serving to you and you'd be missing or not receiving the spikes or something like that, right? So there's like so many different kind of avenues that I think you can go down, but like yeah, to me it's real interesting. I think that it's so cool. And like I said, so let me ask you this, do you have like an unequivocally like all-time favorite mini game in the Mario Party series that you can just shut your eyes and be like, this is my favorite game?
I like a lot, man. My favorite would probably, I don't know the name of it, my favorite's probably the one where you're like, when you're in the water, like underwater, and you're like scuba, like a scuba thing, you're shooting and you're collecting like.
Okay.
I don't know what it's called though. It's from like 2 or 3.
I know the one you're talking about. Yeah. You have like the guns and everybody has 2 lives. That one.
Yeah, I think that's the one.
My all-time favorite, Eats a Pizza, baby.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I love a little Eats a Pizza action. One of the coolest ones, and something that they changed, especially in Mario Party Superstars, is the Bowser bomb one where you obviously press the thing down and whatever.
4 different options.
Yeah. I love how they've changed it so the timing varies.
Yeah, like
right. So like,
you assume every time it's gonna be the same, like, and it's like nope.
No, because it's just like, okay, this was like 2 seconds. This one was 3, or this one was 4, or this one was 1 second. Like it's just, I love that because it keeps you so. They do such a good job on that game.
They do.
And I like. It's tough because I like the games that have skill, but I also like the games that are luck, because that game is standalone pure luck. Like there is absolutely no like skill involved in that at all. And like, yeah, we would like joke around and be like, oh, who picks green? You know what I mean? And like, but that's just to psych each other out. Like, there's actually it could be any of them.
Yeah, and also like the other one, like kind of like you get luck of the draw. It's like the one with like apples in the beehive.
Right.
And it's like, oh well, you timed it perfectly. I can't do anything about this. Like I'm literally gonna.
Oh yeah, and you can kind of strategize on that one a little bit, but like not like a lot by any means, right? Like it's so. That one's really challenging.
Another minigame I really like is the one where I think it's soccer, and like you're kicking balls into 4 different nets. Like you're just kind of throwing like.
Oh, wait, that's not in that one. That's not in Superstars. At least.
And there's also one more I really like too that I think about. The one we played with Mike, where you have like a balloon in the back and you try to like pop your balloons. I like that one too. When you're at the cage and you're like in little dinky cars, you need to pop each other's balloons.
Oh yeah, and you like have to go back and forth.
Yeah, what's the worst one you think? I think the worst one is probably the stupid like horse race one. I hate that one because it's so hard to time it. It's so annoying.
It's not. So for me, it's not actually. So I actually like the horse race one. The one that I hate, it's similar. It's the one where you're on like the racetrack with the electric cars.
Yeah, I don't like that.
And if you like speed up too fast for too long, you spin out.
Yeah, you burn out.
That one I hate. I can never win that one. That one's so hard. Like there's certain games that if it comes on, I know I'm not gonna win.
I also hate the shy guy one, where like he just fakes you out.
Like Mike said, it's so much worse on like Mario Party 3.
Yeah,
because like it doesn't No, which one I hate? The looking one.
That one too, yeah.
Where like it's the music and you're like picking which way you want to look.
Yeah, you can basically go to the last second, last
you
half
can go,
a second.
Yeah, literally, and like it's just like, oh, move here, and then he'll move there. It's like, oh, okay, good. That one's just really.
Imagine playing master on that one. It's like you lose in the first like 2 turns.
And the other one that I was actually thinking it was funny because we were talking about like master and stuff. Know what other one you would lose no matter what? Like the Goomba counting one.
Yeah.
Because like the computer would instantly count it all. There's no chance the computer would make a mistake there.
No.
Which sucks because it's just like, okay, well that's a guaranteed win for the computer. So the worst thing you could do would be, or the best thing you could do would be to tie him and still just get the same amount of coins he gets.
Yeah. It's true.
Which, yeah, I don't know. And I mean, like there's so many good games in there. I kind of like the Tetris game in a way too. Like the
of course I like Tetris one.
No, Tetris. Sorry,
Dr. Mario.
Yeah, the Dr. Mario one where you just like and then you drop like the stuff and it's that's
fun. There's a lot of games that are just fun. There's a couple that you're like, oh, it's.
There's like over 100 games in that.
Yeah.
And that's what I really like is like so during a 35 turn 2-hour Mario Party you're playing 1/4 of them maybe 1/3 of them it's awesome. And
the best part about it is like that's literally the game. The game's built around mini games. It's not like, oh, you're just playing a board game. It's like, no, you have to do mini games, and that plays into how if you get coins to get a star, you have to be good at those. Like you can't just be like, oh, I'll just be mediocre or like not care. It's like, no, you gotta kind of care about these ones because this is where you get the money.
And it's funny because like I mean I love it because I know we've talked about this and like I always have to be the same character every time we play.
You do.
And like my boy, yeah. So I have like it's Yoshi.
Yeah, show it off.
I don't think you can really see it on here. But like, so I have a nice little Yoshi guy right there.
You can see the green.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
But like, so he's just incredible. And anyways, Yoshi is my ride or die, no matter what I do. So in Mario Party, Mario Kart, Super Smash Bros. Even, I'm jumping into Yoshi. And you're kind of a Donkey Kong guy.
No,
but you're not sold on him.
I'm not sold. I'm a big Wario guy too. Not Wario.
Waluigi.
Waluigi.
Waluigi's a weird dude.
I just like his name, Waluigi.
What's like? You know what my question about Waluigi is? Like, does he have his own game at all?
No. He's just he's like an asshole that kind of falls around Luigi. I think they don't do much. Waluigi and Wario are just like
Wario has a few games though.
Yeah, he does. But why would you want to get that game? Who would buy a Wario game?
I know, a Wario game was apparently kind of nuts, actually.
Yeah.
It's like Wario's Factory of Wows or something like that. I actually don't know the name, but
I remember it sounds like that, right?
It's something to do with something like that, and it's like, apparently it's like a kind of sweet game. You Googling it?
The Wario thing? Waluigi?
Yeah, the Wario one.
Yeah, Wario.
I forget what it's called, like the Wario Laugh Factory or something like that, maybe. I don't know.
Wario World.
Is that it?
The Shake Dimension. Wario World 3. Wario
Oh, yeah, but that's my point. So, look at that. That's Game Boy Advance.
Wario War Gold.
That's what I'm saying. So, like he has a bunch of games.
Wario Land Shake It.
But also, like, let's be honest. I couldn't imagine going in as a Wario game.
Let's see Waluigi.
Well, he definitely doesn't have a game to himself. At least, like, maybe during, like, the Wii. No, I don't think he does.
No.
Yeah, no. So see, Waluigi does not have like it's just. He seemed like a very weird character addition because he's only in like the team games, right? Is he in Smash? No, right?
I don't know. He plays the role of Luigi's arch rival and accompanies Wario in spin-offs from the main Mario series. So he's probably in the Wario games.
Maybe. I didn't know he was...
Him.
I mean, it makes sense that he's... Like, it's funny because it's like Wario is Mario's arch rival, and that's why he's like fat and like... Then Waluigi is like super thin.
He first appeared in Mario Tennis in 2000.
Yeah, but that's the thing. He only kind of like... It's weird because I don't even think he's ever been the villain in a game before either.
No.
So like for me, I just look at that and I'm just like, okay, this is a bit odd, but it is what it is. Are you just going deep into his history right now?
Yeah, like it's kind of weird. He's literally in nothing really. He's a side character. He's described Waluigi as someone who has a lot of self-pity and would cheat to win. That's all he is.
But that's Wario too, though.
I don't know.
Because Wario's all about cheating in all those other games.
Let's see what he describes Wario as.
I'm dying to know.
It just means bad. He's a bad guy.
That's what I'm saying. So I know Wario loves to cheat and do all that kind of stuff because, like, you think about it from like the games and everything. Like Wario's all about like cheating.
His first game, he appeared in 1992 in Super Mario Land 2, 6 gold coins, and he was the final boss in that game.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
In Super Mario Land 2, he was the final boss?
Yep. Yeah.
Crazy. I would have thought that it would have been Bowser, as always.
No, he was the main antagonist, and he was the arch rival.
But see, Wario doesn't even get... Or Waluigi doesn't even get that.
No, I know.
He's just been this weird guy who's been added in, and you're just like, oh, okay, cool. Like, I feel like they could have made, I don't know, him a little bit bigger, I guess? Like, just in terms of, like, his role outside of, like, these party games.
He's the anti-Luigi. Like,
yeah.
I don't know how you fucked that up.
But I mean, again, they don't have him as a final boss or anything,
no,
right?
Like Donkey Kong's the original first boss.
Yeah.
Mario versus or Donkey Kong or whatever.
And then Donkey Kong just at some point becomes a hero and becomes his own
DK.
Yeah.
Donkey Kong. That's his game from like '95. I had it.
And Diddy, and then
Diddy, and then there's the girl one.
And then what's the boss name? King Kook or whatever.
Yeah. It was a good game.
It was
fun.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It was 3D too. It was fun.
Oh yeah. But that's my. And there's Diddy Kong Racing.
Yeah, and then there's Waluigi. You get nothing. It's whatever.
I'm always rattled when people pick him like you, because like the guy has no history.
You'd rather me just play as Daisy.
I would rather you play as probably anybody. Oh, you picked Birdo.
I picked Birdo.
Birdo at least has some story arcs.
Does he?
Oh yeah.
Does it?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
All right. Well,
Birdo's at least like in a bunch of different stuff too.
Yeah. I don't even know if Birdo's in a game.
Oh yeah. I think Birdo has its own game.
No love for
That's what I'm saying. Waluigi has no love at all. But I don't know if I can't remember if Birdo was in Mario Party 1, 2, and 3. Like, do you remember if they were playable characters? Oh, they were actually in 3, I think.
So it's a male, apparently. Its first appearance was Super Mario Bros. 2 in 1988.
Yes. Okay. See, 1988.
No love for
Waluigi. I told you, it's crazy.
Whatever. Get him a game. Figure it out, Nintendo.
Could you imagine the new Waluigi game coming soon?
I would get it.
No,
I wouldn't.
There's no chance. It would be like him in a factory solving mysteries or something. Like,
yeah.
It would just be something just so boring. Like, I can't imagine it. Like, what? Or, like, he's hunting down Luigi?
Yeah, I know.
It's just, like, I don't know. To me, it just doesn't make sense. But, like, I guess going back into the Mario Party side of things, like, it's just, like, for me, it's, like, the perfect game to play with a couple friends, a couple waters, and you're just having a really good time, you know?
It's the feel-good game.
Yeah, and it's, like...
And if we're rating it, like, not using our system, I think it's a game that you have to put, it's like a 10 out of 10 when it's not considered our thing. Like, it's just a game that's... Oh, look that up right now, too, while we're here.
What are you looking at?
While we're, like, kind of finishing this one out.
What are you looking at?
Just, like, see, like, where it is all time.
It has to be. Like, so, it's, like we said, this is a game that we decided that we really couldn't rate based on our current system because there's no character development. The characters are all iconic in the gaming world. So realistically, like, we can't really dive in and talk about that. Backgrounds are amazing, which is something great. I mean, the music is catchy, but I feel like it makes you go crazy after a little while.
We were singing to it.
Yeah, we were singing to it, and we are like losing our minds and like blah, blah, blah. And then, but you know what? To be fair, let me say it like this, Colin. We're not rating it on our normal system. Is replayability a 5 for you?
Yeah,
has to be, right?
Has to be.
Has to be. Because you know what I love about it? You can go into the same map. So let's say we finished our 35 turner with Wario being a medium and everything like that, and we ended with me in last place because I got screwed. And then you and I come in and we do the exact same game with the exact same NPC at the exact same level on the exact same map. It would be a completely different experience all around.
Yeah. 100%.
And that's why this is so much fun, is you could be on top of the world one time and then bottom of the world the other time. Or,
100%.
in the same game, you could be top of the world at the beginning of the game, and you can drop down to the absolute bottom next time.
I'm in IGN's top 100 games of all time. And so far,
I don't think you'd make it on there, man.
Well, Super Smash Bros. Was 76. So...
Well, that's staggering, because unpopular opinion, I think Mario Party is more fun than Super Smash Bros.
I know. So while I'm going down the list, it's probably gonna be top 30. We just hit Legend of Zelda.
No, it can't be higher than Legend of Zelda. Like, it can't be, because I feel like actually, yeah, Smash doesn't really have a storyline either. It sort of tries to include...
Super Mario Bros. Is 21.
That's like classic though. It's tough because, like I said, I would never...
You know how mad you're gonna be right now?
What?
You want to know what number 20 is?
BioShock.
Undertale.
That's nuts to me. That's so staggering.
BioShock's 18.
There we go. So it's better. No, but what I'm trying to say is, like, the difference with this game is I could never play this alone.
Super Mario Brothers 3 is 11.
But I could never play this alone.
No.
Right? Like, I could never just...
Super Mario 64 is 7.
Yeah. It's all Nintendo games, eh?
The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past is 4.
I think number 1 is...
Portal 2 is 3 all time.
One of the best games all times, yeah.
Super Mario World is 2.
Yeah, and then 1's gonna be...
The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, I knew it.
Man, so Super Mario Party didn't make the list. But like...
But again, you have to think about it like this. Like, nobody is gonna... I'm not gonna turn this off tonight and be like,
oh boy, I want to sit down and myself.
I want to play Mario Party alone tonight for 2 hours. Like,
yeah.
Like, no, there's absolutely no, like, vibes there.
Best game to play with friends, then. Number 1?
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
But, like, the interesting part on Mario Party as well is, like, they've added, like, sort of, like, not actually added, it's been around for a long time, but I like how they make, like, the little village that you can go to.
Yeah, I like that too.
And now they've added, like, they've always had it, but, like, you can collect the coins, and you can use the coins to buy, like, soundtracks or buy, like, different sort of, like, stickers. The stickers get really annoying in the game, though, I find.
Yeah.
And, like, it's just, you can blast them, and, like, at first it's kind of funny, and you're like, oh, okay, this is cool, but, like, also you're just kind of sitting there like, oh my god, like, stop making that noise, like, every 2 seconds. This game also does have an online mode. So if I wanted to just get, like, I could just go online and I would match with 3 random strangers and we would play a Mario Party game together.
Yeah.
But, like, the thing about me is the reason I walk out of these Mario Party games, like, yeah, I'm mad at you guys or fired up or annoyed, is, like, because, like, you're my friends and I, like, you know, I will forgive you. But, like, I find if it's some random online who's directly attacking me, I'm going to be pissed off.
Yeah, of course.
So, I don't know. Like, I mean, I think that, like, the online side of it just really doesn't kind of work out. Are you still looking for something on there?
Yeah. I'm trying to find the... Yeah, it doesn't matter anymore.
We're over it. But I think, honestly, like, what else can we really say about Mario Party?
No, I have nothing really else
but
to
it's
say.
So, like,
it's just so good.
It's so good. We had such a good weekend playing it. Really, really toxic, obviously.
I think another thing, too, is I think you get anyone to sit down and play this game that maybe never played a Mario game and, like, find a way to enjoy it. There'd be no real, like... Because it's all about bringing that friend in and be like, hey, this is a fun game. They can watch, like, the demo on how to play a minigame, and then they figure it out, and they get mad and frustrated, and they probably aren't a gamer. And, like, you put a gamer in this situation, I'm sure they would enjoy their time.
Because who doesn't really like a board game? who doesn't, right? Like
Psychopaths.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Everybody likes a board
Yeah.
game. This is just a virtual board game where they've added like the mini games and stuff that you can do beyond the board game. But at its core, this is a board game where you roll the dice and move to try to collect stuff.
For sure.
And I think that appeals, like you said. You don't need to be a gamer to play this. Smash Bros is a whole different story, where you're like physically attacking, trying to knock people off the edge, all that kind of stuff. Like that's like, you can't just go to a random person and say, try playing this. This is a fun game. They're gonna hate it. But this is the type of game where you do like, a 20 turn or a real easy go into this, and it's just fun.
Yeah.
This was our feel-good game of the month, I think. Also,
so, too.
I would also kind of classify this as a retro in a way.
It is a retro.
Because, we're talking
about games from the late 90s.
But we're still talking Superstars, which is the new, like, whatever that came out this year. It's been fantastic. But I would also classify this as retro because we did spend a lot of time talking about that. The key is the Mario Party series, for anybody that has maybe been afraid to jump back in, I get it because the last couple games have sucked in my opinion. But if you're an old school Mario Party fan, Mario Party Superstars brings back the core roots of Mario Party. You want to get together with your friends on a Friday night, have some fun, play some Mario, like this is the game to play. Like, again, you could play it with your friends, your girlfriend, your whatever, your boyfriend, whoever you want. Like, it doesn't need to be a bunch of gamers playing this game.
Yeah.
It's like, you want a board game, you want Jackbox, it's the same freaking combination.
And you know another thing that we didn't really touch on just now that you're saying this? A lot of people playing that game in the 90s as a kid or a teen probably has kids now. So they can play with their kids the new one. Be like,
could you imagine just slaughter, like just absolutely just like your kid is 0 stars and 0 coins because you're in the mini games. You're just I would get so into it. I think I would do that.
Yeah. Well, no, the first game you play with them, like you're probably like, I'm gonna take it easy on them, and they beat you, and like they throw in your face like, all right, and then you just play the next time.
For me, I would just be like, I can't willingly lose this right now. I need it. But like, there's certain ones that would be hard for kids though. I find.
No, totally. But I think it's a game where you could, even if you're as an adult playing the Switch and be like, I want to play old Mario Party. I have these kids that I don't have a 64.
Yeah.
I want to show them what I played when I was like 20, 25 years ago or whatever.
And like, last thing to sort of add, the upgraded maps in here look beautiful, right? Like they put so much love into them where it's like, one of the things I always think about is like the haunted house in Horrorland, and you can talk to Cammy Koopa inside there, and she can change it from day to night.
Yeah.
That house is still there. The whole map looks the same. It's just been like beautified. Like it's just like these gen graphics, and they look so good.
Amazing.
So I mean, this game's a huge recommend. I mean, like I said, we're not doing ratings, we're not doing anything like that. But replayability, obviously, it's like through the roof. Like, like once a month. This would be like for me like a really fun once a month thing to do with friends. Like have like a Friday night and just like get together either virtually because you can play online with friends, or everybody in the same room and just sit on these couches, throw it on, and just like have a riot, right?
Yeah,
like
totally.
There's a lot of fun there.
Yeah.
It's a recommend. It's a full price game, but it's a recommend if you have that nostalgia or even looking for just a party game to play.
I totally agree with you.
On that note, I think this is where we're going to end the pod. I know this is a little bit shorter, but obviously without the ratings and everything, we don't really need to focus as much on it. I don't really know what we're going to do next week. But
maybe we'll do an indie game or
maybe something. We'll do an indie game. Maybe we'll do a full-blown retro game. We're kind of just cruising by the seat of our pants. We had a nice month off to enjoy what was the starting of the summer, but I mean, we're probably about halfway through, I would say, season 2 right now. As always, as you can see on our video, or if you can't see, you can see it on our Instagram. We are part of the TELUS Esports affiliate program. So as always, we give a fantastic discount, discounted bill credit going if you want to sign up for high-speed internet and you're in Canada. So check out our page on Instagram for how to learn more, and that's at Gameaholic Podcast.
Yes.
We are working to join the Apple affiliate program as well, which is really, really exciting. So we'll have a little more news on how that looks when we do come to it. But as always, thank you so much for tuning in, and we will catch you guys next week with, I guess, a surprise game.
Peace.
Peace.